tells a saucy tale, makes a little stir. Customers appreciate the bon vivant.
I find it extremely ironic that Cohen is doing an exaggerated French accent in a movie where everyone is French, yet everyone else in the movie has a British accent, despite the fact that Cohen is one of the few British people there.
But they shake it up with some of the more offbeat humor like, oh God, are they raping Santa?
Wouldn't that technically be Father Christmas?
I thought it'd be Père Noël.
Who cares? They're raping Santa!
Well, maybe that was their way of making it a Christmas film. I can just see the ads now. Les Miserables, a musical romp of death, starvation, and raping Santa. La 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 la.
But why would they do something like that?
Because it's Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter. They're all about doing shock humor like that.
That is not the only reason.
Malcolm, Rachel, what are you doing here?
It's not just shock value that keeps them getting hired. There's so much more.
Like what?
When all the angst is too much to take, comic relief can give you a break.
But who to pick to shell out the laughs without appearing lame or half-assed?
When you need two Brits, seasoned and legit, both crazier than shit, there's one pick for it.
Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter want to spare with crazy hair, well here's a starter.
Both a little nutty and often very slutty. You want to see variety? Well, too bad, buddy.
No need for a big audition, needn't look all over town. They can really phone it in when Mr. Button's not around.
Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter. If you make it easier, they won't try harder.
Grab a costume and throw 'em in a room. They get a tacky giggle and the plot resumes.
There's no point in trying to hate them. They'll just come back with much more ardor. They become their own cliché.
At least it gets some stable pay.
So give a hearty what the hey to they, the players known as Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter. To Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter.
So Valjean comes to take Cosette away, who seems to take the whole dead mother thing pretty well. I dare even say it's just glanced over. But to be fair, if you were a girl, you'd probably be happy to suddenly have Wolverine as your father too.
So much so that it calls for a song that they scotch-taped onto the film just to get a Best Original Song nomination.
Never more alone, never more apart. You have warmed my heart like the sun. You have brought the gift of life and love, so long deny me.
Valjean! But Javert spots the fleeing Valjean and chases after him.
Not since I shook my head in a room with no lights on have I seen an action scene so well shot.
But luckily, he is helped out by a person he saved from a runaway cart earlier.
You saved my life, Monsieur Fauchelevent. We need a place of sanctuary, this child and I. We need to disappear.
We'll give thanks for
Not too concerned about getting caught, are you?
Yeah, Monsieur, we have to keep quiet. You may not sing like this! So Valjean escapes Javert, Cosette finds a new place to call home, and they live the rest of their days together. And that was Les Miserables, everybody. Man, they had a lot to cram in there, but I think they did a pretty good job.
It's not over yet, man. That was barely the first third.
The first third? They had enough story to fill a Christopher Nolan flick.
Oh no, there's much, much more. Like Javert swearing an oath to the stars, even though ironically you can barely see the stars.
Well, at the very least, this will give more time for the character to bloom. I mean, we can see the connection between a new father and daughter and see how their relationship will evolve.
Nope! Next scene, she's a teenager and it's 9 years later.
Oh, come on! I thought this was supposed to be like the musical of emotion and feelings.
It is!
Well, how? It's passing over all the essential relationships and transformations that create drama. You can do whole entire musicals based on one of the changes these characters go through, but instead they squeeze each change into one song and then dump in more characters and stories not needed. Why can't they just focus on the already heavy characters and storylines that they have?
Well, they do, while also throwing in Marius, Eponine, Gavroche, and Enjolras.
4 more characters with 4 more storylines to add to the jumble? Next you'll be telling me they're bringing back characters they already got rid of. Jesus Christ, as if we don't have enough!
But that's all from the original stage show.
Which is an adaptation of a book the size of the Bible.
Critic does bring up a good point. Doing a film adaptation is tricky enough already, but this is a medium transfer from a medium transfer. You go from a book, which audiences usually allow to be as long as it wants, to a Broadway show, which audiences usually allow to be 3 hours with an intermission, to a movie, which audiences usually allow 2.5 hours at most with no intermission.
Exactly. If they wanted this adaptation to work, they had to make bigger changes without being afraid of the purist fan base. Whenever confrontation pops up, they shouldn't be expected to just run and hide.
It's parental floss!
Run and hide!
Hey guys, you were right! It is easy to become a doctor. I got my medical certification in just 1 day.
How was that possible? Shh!
Where'd you guys go? Oh wait, I should stay in character.
Hey, you guys, where are you? I've come to Critic the Bear. I am here for that. Do not forget me. Do not forget my name. 24601. They don't seem to be here. Maybe they're in the lobby.
Insert coming out of the closet joke here.
I got it.
But why would a vampire live in Sesame Street when Muppets don't have any blood?
Oh, hey there. Why are you talking so funny?
Why are you talking so funny?
I'm rehearsing for a musical review in room 24601 and I can't seem to find them. Goodbye. Hello, you guys. Where did you go?
Musical review.
Okay, so we have a gritty, dark, realistic musical that has tons of characters and story to develop.
Yes, and they tackle it in the most gritty and realistic way. Marius and Cosette meet up and they instantly fall in love.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Not to mention the love triangle that generates between the two of them and Eponine.
And let me guess, the one that nobody loves is the one that has the most development.
Pretty much.
A heart full of love. It was never mine to lose. Why
A single look
what
and
could
then
not
I
be?
Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, this stuff just doesn't happen in real life. It's cheesy even on Broadway. When do 2 people see each other and then instantly fall in...
Hey, I heard there's a musical review. In here.
There is. It's about Les Miserables.
Oh yeah? What were you guys talking about?
How silly it is when people see each other in musicals and instantly fall in love.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's weird. We're so used to hearing that kind of song.
And yet, when you think about it logically, it's so obviously wrong.
In real life, it can take so much time just to find a good guy.
In real life, it can be really hard just to tell someone hi.
But in a musical, courtships don't take long.
'Cause in a musical, who cares about logic when people can break into song? Right.
In real life, there's no guy who could capture my heart with one glance.
In real life, how could one chance encounter lead straight to romance? Wouldn't that be stupid? Wouldn't that be lame?
A hasty hello.
And they're ready to go pick their first baby's name. Paul Jr.
Blood.
What if we were in that kind of song? We'd look like a pair of fools.
So I hear you guys are in love.
each other's eyes.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Wonderful, beautiful, wonderful poos. You'd be the dashing young hero.
And you'd be the intriguing ingenue. In a way you have to love that kind of song, 'cause that's how I feel about you. Here's my snookies. Are you my snookies?
This review is carrying more subplots than the movie.
Well, at least we couldn't possibly add any more. Guys, you won't believe what I saw!
No! 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 No!
No! It was a platypus bunny. What's a platypus bunny?
Don't never leave me drawn in!
But it had plant-colored skin!
Yeah.
It had a tail made out of webbed feet!
Ow!
Tail made out of webbed feet.
I'm sure it's not as impressive as it sounds. Well, I suppose this is as good a spot as ever to take a break.
But we have to do it in traditional Les Mis style.
How?
With a song big enough to bring people back, but not too big as to overshadow the final song.
Oh, you mean like... One big song, big enough that we leave them all, but not so big that we blow our wall. Let's rock the viewers to the core, but leave them longing for one more big love song.
My heart is yours to take, though I know zero things about you.
Platypus bunny!
Let's brave a short commercial break. I couldn't bear the weight without you.
Time to show off my great voice.
It had 12 nipples and breathed fire.
La 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 la, you're the lady.
It had the voice of James Earl Jones.
Maybe I'll be in this bar. When Cara can't be in this bar. Seriously? I will end you.
My email?
It's on.
Bangs.
Let's end.
For the memories.
Act one.
At vampire.com.
Platypus bunny.
Where's the critic? I don't get it. Where in God's name did they go? Got my PhD so quickly, though I got it from Russell Crowe.
We don't need any more help with this review. I got it covered with my current crew. So kick your seat back and grab a couple beers. Watch this commercial with our voices ringing in your ears, singing this. One song big, big song one big song. One big song. So, just to recap. Paris is in the middle of starting revolution number upteen kajillion because they don't like the way the poor are being treated.
It's a very rushed way of putting it.
If I put it in song, you'd say it was brilliant.
Eponine sings a song about the friend zone, and Marius sings like he swallowed an oboe.
To be struck to the bone in a moment of breathless delight.
Judging by his voice, Marius is going to grow up to be Charlie Brown's teacher.
And what was wrong seems right.
This all builds up to the big attack led by the peasants of the town, as they set up the barricades all over.
Now, in the stage version, the barricades are giant, massive sets, truly something to behold. But in this version, they're all squeezed into tiny corners of the town, allowing, of course, to get nothing but countless more close-ups. Because the cinematography in this film is awful. I want to feel emotion for these people, not count how many zits they have.
Now hold on a minute. Now those shots were done so you could feel the intimacy and the closeness of the characters.
Yeah, besides, there's a lot of other good cinematography in this, like the crane shots, the tracking shots, the still shots.
First off, the crane shots are only done at the beginning or end of a scene. That's it. Not to mention they all look like they're from a Pixar version of Fiddler on the Roof. Second, the tracking shots are great, but the editing never allows us enough time to show them. In fact, most of the editing in this movie is so rapid that you can barely even follow what's going on.
Come on, it can't be as bad as all that.
No.
No.